make this personalized gift. We're going to start with a new project in Cricut Design Space and add some text. You can also change the font if you wish to. Now I'm going to change the size of this name, and I am going to ungroup so that I can move the letters and resize the letters individually if I want to, and I want to make them connect to each other to make it easier for myself when I'm weeding. So I'm just going to adjust them so that they are connected and they're in line, and I'm after a good visual look here. So from here I'm going to weld. And now my vinyl saving tip here is to add a box around what you're doing, or an offset depending on the sizing, and add lots of different projects into that box. Now we're going to press make it. So now it's going to sort our project into mats. So you've got to check that your project looks exactly the way you expect it to, and all the cuts are what you expect them to be. Now we've got to select our material and our pressure that's relevant to the material that you're using. I'm going to use Cricut's branded Smart Vinyl today, and I'm just going to use regular pressure, which is default. So now I'm cutting my image. And now it's complete. I've got to make sure I press finish so that my machine disconnects correctly. So now I'm getting my weeding tool, and here's my weeding tool tip. I kept losing the cap of my weeding tool all the time, and then I discovered the little box at the other end, which I didn't like using. It was too hard to clean, but now I use it to store my cap. No more lost weeding cap. So now I'm going to start weeding this project, and I've got a couple of tips for you. Use a weeding tool or any sharp tool and any cutting mat. Aim to leave only your usable design pieces on the backing paper. Start in the corner of your design and use a tool to get you started pulling up that excess vinyl. Gradually pull away all your vinyl, ideally at 45 degrees, and go slowly and cut away the excess as you go. This helps ensure you can keep pulling up the excess vinyl at 45 degrees and it doesn't snap back and stick to itself, because I've lost a few projects that way. If you remember my vinyl saving tips, it was to put a couple of projects in a box, and so now I'm just going to keep cutting away each of the individual projects. And that will leave me with the name just for this water bottle on the backing sheet and no other projects. So here I've got the name. We're coming right down to the end. The white I find a bit more difficult to see than the black. You'll also see I've got some of my excess vinyl in the back corner, and what I've done is I've got that stuck sticky side up, and so that I keep using that to stick all my little pieces to as well. So now I've got the name already, and here's my water bottle, and I'm just going to get a bit of rubbing alcohol and apply it and make sure that it completely air dries. Now I'm going to transfer the image to transfer paper. Now I'm just using clear contact here. I'm told that sometimes the Cricut paper is a bit too sticky. I haven't tried it yet. I have literally only used clear contact, and it's a little bit old clear contact. Now I'm going to pop that on top of the image, and I'm going to use my scraping tool to make sure that it goes down. Then I'm going to turn it upside down, and now I'm going to use my weeding tool again to get it started, and then pull the backing paper away from the design, following the lines of connection as well. I like that little tip. That's also why I wanted to connect the letters earlier on in the design part. Now we're going to apply this to our bottle. I like the clear transfer paper because I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to position it, and then I am just going to carefully apply it. I like to use my scraping tool following the lines of connection again, just to try and get as many bubbles out as possible. I like that the scraping tool on one side has like a bit of a curve to it, which makes it really easy to go around the corners as well. Now I want to make sure that I try and make sure I apply lots of pressure to the actual vinyl and not a lot of pressure to just the transfer paper around it. And once I am happy with all of that, you carefully remove your transfer paper. If it starts removing the vinyl, get your scraper back and pop it back down again. And that's my bottle there. Now you want to let that cure for 3 days, and then I always recommend hand washing only, but I do have one I did for my daughter that I do put in the top shelf of the dishwasher, and it's lasted 6 months. What an awesome personalized gift. If you like the video today, smash the like button, give me a comment, and I highly recommend checking out this video over here. Thanks for watching.